You got into a relationship with a man that you love, but at the beginning of the relationship, you accidentally played into the cool girl. Perhaps from time to time, you used to take him out for a meal and treat him. Or even worse, you used to pay half on the dates that used to go on with him right at the beginning of your relationship. You love him and you adore him, but now you are stuck paying 50-50 in your relationship on rent, on bills, on groceries, on everything, and you are sick and tired of it. You have done the work since the beginning of the relationship, and you have found out about your feminine energy. You have found out about provider men, but you are in love with this man. You don't want to break up with him. You want to get him to be the one to provide for you. Don't panic. Everything is reversible, even this 50-50 relationship. So if you want to find out how to turn your man into a provider man and escape this 50-50 lifestyle, stick around because it's all coming up right now. Hi, welcome back to The Vibration Fall. My name is Alia Zaray. I help women all over the world navigate their love life in a more feminine way. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, make sure to subscribe to stick around. Okay, let's begin. First of all, you have to assess whether or not this man has the financial ability or the financial means to be able to provide for you. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say your man has a good job, perhaps he even owns his own business. Basically, he makes good money. He would be able to financially provide for you had you not have set the tone off at the beginning of the relationship as a 50-50 woman. So you have to ask yourself this question. Does he make enough financially to support the both of you financially? If the answer is yes, then just follow the next steps in this episode. It's going to be very straightforward and very easy. If the answer is no, he doesn't have the financial means, but he does have the financial ability. And what I mean by financial ability is, does he have the correct experience? Does he have the correct education? Does he have the correct ambition? Are his intentions pure with you? Are his intentions with you marriage? Are you his dream girl? What is his work ethic like? Does he have a good work ethic? Or does he skip and miss days off work because he's tired? Is he lazy? These are all things that you need to factor in when you are deciding whether or not he's going to be a good provider man for you. Now, this is really important. This isn't potential. This isn't someone that could potentially do well. This is someone who statistically will do well. Their finances are in check. They are not in debt. Their work ethic and their drive for success stems from themselves. They want to do well in business and they want a better life for themselves. That is the type of man who is going to do well. That is the type of man that you can invest in. That is the type of man who is on the right path. He has to want success for himself first, not just because you want it for him or for you both. I'm going to be explaining later on in this episode about what to say to him if he has the financial ability but not the means as of right now. The next thing that you need to make sure is covered in your relationship, especially if you are living together, are the bills and the rent. You shouldn't even know that you have bills or rent. That's how much it is not your business. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are both living together and you are contributing towards the bills and contributing towards the rent. You could use option 1 and you could go into your masculine energy and you could say, why do I have to pay towards the bills? Why are you making me do this? I'm so stressed. I'm exhausted. Any other man wouldn't even let me pay these bills. I could trade you in and get an upgraded version of you, a man who actually provides for me, a real man. But when you say this, all you're really doing is throwing fuel at the fire. All you're doing is creating a situation out of nothing. You're not approaching it in a feminine way. When you talk to him like this, he's going to feel even more incapable and he's going to end up underperforming in every other area of his life. And then, trust me, your relationship really will suffer, even more than you feel like it's suffering at the moment. Because trust me, Believe me, you're not suffering at the moment. You can reverse this 50-50 relationship. You just have to follow this step by step. So instead, you would use option 2, and you would go into your feminine energy, and you would say, I love that deep down, your main desire is to create a beautiful life for us, to live happily, for me to be stress-free, for me to do what I want with my days, for me to be happy. Honestly, that's why I love you so much. I know that I've been contributing towards the bills. However, now that our relationship is getting a little bit more serious and our intention is marriage and we're definitely 100% sure of one another, I think it's the right time now for me to see that you can financially take care of us. So when we do explore that next chapter of our life, of creating a family together and getting married, I feel safe enough to do so, knowing that you are already doing those things for us. When you say this to him, you have now given him a calm, simple, logical explanation as to why you want the things that you want. You have bigged him up. You have made him feel like the man. You haven't belittled him. You haven't shamed him. You have also incentivized him. So now he's thinking, wow, that's amazing. So you're telling me all I have to do is look after us financially, and I get the privilege of being able to marry you and have children with you. Now he has a chance to impress you, and that will deepen your bond if you just allow him the chance to impress you. Remember, you are the one who started this relationship agreeing with 50-50. You might not have mentioned it, you might not have said it, but you said it with your actions. By you paying for things and offering up your card and offering up money and not being able to receive gifts and always trying to give back something because you felt like it was necessary, now you need to train him out of it, and it's going to take time. Sometimes it has to be done slowly. That's why it's important to change your language towards him, because it's not just an energetic shift, it's also a hormonal shift. So when you are speaking to him and you are saying, you create such a beautiful life for us. I know that's your desire, to look after me, to protect us. And that's why I love you so much. Now it's also increasing his masculine energy. It's also releasing testosterone into his body. His hormones are altered because of this. So when you do say this to him, 9 times out of 10, especially when he does have the financial means and his intention with you is marriage and he does love you and he is certain of you, then he is going to take you up on this offer, no questions asked. In fact, he will be thrilled that now he has a bigger role to play in your life. And I say this on many of my episodes actually. A man needs to feel like he has a role to play in your life for the relationship to continue, for the relationship to thrive, for the relationship to keep that spark alive. Just please bear in mind that a lot of these men have not been raised with a provider mindset. They've not had fathers that are providers, or they may not have even had a father. So for some of them, the idea of providing may come across as being very scary. They might not understand it. They might not understand how or why that will benefit them. Now, I mentioned earlier that perhaps if your man doesn't have the financial means to provide, however, he has the financial ability to provide. He also may have the financial means to provide, but he may also have that fear of not understanding and not understanding how it will benefit him providing for you. So if this is the case, what you're going to do is you're going to drip feed him new responsibilities, financial responsibilities, every single month. These financial responsibilities are going to be financial responsibilities that lighten your load. You're going to hand him not 10 bills all at once. You're going to hand him a new one every single month. This is how you're going to propose this idea to him. You're going to say to him, hey, darling, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you for a moment. I just wanted to tell you how grateful I am to have such a hardworking, kind, loving, amazing, handsome, charming partner. Just want you to know that I appreciate all of your efforts to create this amazing and beautiful life. Eventually, our goal is marriage, and I want to confidently be able to know that when we embark on this new chapter, you will be able to take full financial responsibility of us. Because, I will be pregnant, I will be hormonal, I might be, not able to work and not able to contribute. So perhaps before we embark on that chapter and it all becomes very overwhelming and scary and we are thrown in the deep end, why don't we start that now? So slowly, month by month, you can just start picking up one extra bill from me, and then it won't be as overwhelming for us when we do embark on that new chapter. What do you think? Now, when you explain it to him like this, he's going to understand how it benefits him as well. It's not just you that is benefiting. When you use the language like us, everything you do for us instead of everything you do for me, now it's indicating that you are a team. So everything he is doing, it's for the benefit of you both. Now he sees how he benefits in this situation. You are actually looking out for him in this situation because you are saying to him, listen, darling, I don't want you to be overwhelmed when it does come to it. And for me to feel safe, which obviously your safety is paramount to him, you need to see that he is capable of doing so. Now, I understand it's easier said and harder to implement into your actual relationship when you are the one having to have the conversation because you are fearful of offending or hurting your partner. And I get that. However, what I need you to understand is that once he starts to pick up more of the financial responsibilities, other areas in his life will open up to him, and they will open up to him with more money, more lucrative business opportunities. Now, the reason for that is because you have given him this ego boost and you've told him, yes, you're a winner, you're my provider, I trust you, I want this life with you, and I am so grateful for everything you have done so far for us. Now he's got that testosterone boost, that hormone boost. So now he is aggressively going to look for those business opportunities. And he's not going to have to look that hard because they are going to present themselves to him. Now he's working with a purpose. He's working with a purpose to please you, to provide for you. Remember, don't be scared to ask for the things that you want. Don't be fearful that if you ask for the things that you want, he might turn around and say, actually, I don't want to be with you. No man who is in love with you, like you are the love of their life, is going to turn around and break up with you or tell you it's not working with you because he had to pick up a bill. Like, that is ridiculous. And if you are fearful that, yes, my man would walk away if I asked him to pick up a bill, then darling, you, my love, are with the wrong man, because a man who loves you always wants to protect and provide for you. And that looks different in every relationship. Every relationship is different, and providing in every relationship is different. You have lots of different extremes. You have the billionaires who are buying their wives yachts, and you have the stay-at-home mums who go to their nice little Pilates class. And every version of providing in a relationship is different. You have to find what works for your couple, for you and your partner. And once you find out what you want and communicate that with him and make sure that's where he wants to go as well, and that aligns with you both, then you have something to work towards. Often, people think, oh, I'm going to leave my guy. He's not there yet. He's not a full-on provider man. But sometimes you overlook the good men that are on the right path, that are on the right track. They just might need 2-3 more years. And I'm not on about the extreme of like potential with regards to someone who is going to be homeless and destitute and on the street. I'm talking about a man who has an actual career plan. Like, there is actual statistics with progression that are going to guarantee him a certain lifestyle in a few years' time. So you might not be able to get him to fully provide for you now, but you can get him to slowly start to lighten the load for you and eventually communicate with him that what you want in the end, and you can set a time limit on it, in 2 years, I don't want to be touching anything. I don't want to be contributing towards anything. Or in 6 months, like, I don't want to be doing that. And now you can work towards that together as a couple, as a team. So that is a wrap for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please make sure to hit the thumbs up and please make sure to subscribe to stick around for the next episodes. So until next time, I love you. Bye.